Hello everybody, I'm ChrisChin, and welcome back to another episode of the Let's Play series. Last episode was all about destruction, so I went ahead and kind of fixed things up in between episodes, so we kind of tore out the path. I connected it right here, and then I also dug out a big area so we could extend the wheat farm, which I did in between episodes. I also went over here and flattened this area out because it looked real messy. And then we also extended this out a little bit. So now we got a sunflower patch. And I still need to put some of this coarse dirt in between, kind of like how we have right here. But I'll get to that later. If we run up here, you can also see that we carved out this river in the last episode, and so I went ahead and put up the seawall. And before we get into the main course for this episode, I wanted to come over here and kind of fix things up a little bit. Since we have the new deep slate blocks, I thought they would look a lot better instead of like this stuff. I'm gonna keep the stone brick right here. I forgot what it was called for a second, but I'm gonna poke those out right there. And then for the andesite, we're gonna use the cobbled deep slate instead of this rough block. I think it looks a little bit better, so we're gonna punch these out just like that. Yeah, I think that matches a lot better. And then also something about this building that has bothered me for a while is that we don't have like an official entrance looking thing. It's really open and it looks kind of awkward. I want to make it look a lot more like an official building, just so we can tie it into the world a little bit better. So I'm gonna do that and then we'll be right back. Cool guys, that didn't take too long at all. Just changed a couple of things, and I wanted to just pop a few of these on there as a last finishing touch. Yeah, I think that looks nice. I think the redstone torches up on top add a cool little touch too. We can run in real quick though, and I'll get a quick look at it for y'all. So we added a couple of those. We made it a little bit pointier right there. Yeah, a few more of those. Then we changed out all these blocks. Not too much, but it does add a pretty big difference. I'm liking it a lot. And now that that's out of the way, we can get all cleaned up and get started on today's actual project. So I got rid of my big shulker block mess over there, and I put together this one so that I can get started. And I think I chose a pretty neat palette. It all kind of matches together. And we're going to be using the new cobbled deep slate and also the dripstone block in this build, which I'm really excited for. And I want to finally build the windmill. This has been like a running joke for me for so long that I was never going to build it. And I was eventually going to build it right here, but I decided once I designed it that it would probably look better if I kind of put it in the middle. And so I'm going to finish this path up to it later. But I just want to kind of set out a little bit of a circle real quick, and it's going to be pretty big. And I was really tempted to just kind of rip a design from someone because windmills are hard, but I really stuck to it, and I designed something on creative mode that I think is just amazing and I'm super proud of, and I'm glad I didn't copy nobody. So let's get the building. Cool guys, and so now that we got this base all worked out, I just want to show it to y'all real quick. I've been trying to build more like BOO, so I have a bit more random blocks in there. And so we got the mossy mixed with the cobble, and then also just normal granite looks pretty good with bricks. I think that's a pretty good choice. And so next we're going to put some jungle logs in there, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and randomize this a bit too. Oh, actually we're gonna need to craft them into these real quick. And then when we randomize them, we're just gonna have some going up, maybe some going to the side like that. And then we're gonna use our axe to, here, let me grab my axe, it's in my ender chest. We're gonna use our axe to do that to it. So let's hop back up there and do that. And we can pop that one out. I'll go pick it up in a second. Oops. And I think this looks awesome. Like, I'm gonna build it up a little bit more, but it matches this color so good, and it's gonna be a good transition into this color. And we're also gonna use the mushroom blocks. Look at this, they're so similar, but they match so good. But I'm gonna get started on this. I need to go sleep real quick though. Cool, so now the base is complete and I think it looks pretty sweet. The colors blend together very, very well. I'm pretty proud of this design I've come up with. But next we need to put the, I guess the tower top you would call it. I'm not sure what you'd call the top of a windmill, but we're gonna go ahead and start placing that down. Nice. And finally, we just have to build the blade for it, which is going to be a big pain in the butt because we're going to be using scaffolding and stairs. So they're going to have to go upside down, right side up, and just all different sorts of ways. It's going to be annoying to do without being able to fly like I can in creative mode, but let's get right to it. Awesome. Look at that. That's beautiful. Ooh, I love it. I'm not sure if I'm really sold on the diorite as the fan, but it looks a lot better than quartz. Quartz was the only other white block I could think of that has stairs. Here, let's get a view from the distance. Let's run this way. You can see a lot of these are punched out too. I'll show y'all why in a second. Yes, I love that so much. So pretty. And now we got our extra beautiful path. Yeah, look at that. I should hide some lighting under there, but we can run up to it now. Maybe I'll add some fences along the way, I'm not sure yet. And I also want to make these hay piles a little bit bigger, but I'll do that in just a moment. I also need to hoe, oops. Yeah, I need to hoe some of this back. The zombies and stuff will spawn up here and then they fall down and trample it. Oops, I'm making a bigger mess for myself. But anyways, I want to show y'all what I'm going to do with this. I have a lot of these things punched out, and this is where the lampposts originally were, but I want to make them look a little bit more detailed. This area always has been kind of boring, so I'm going to go through and make them like this. I came up with a pretty simple design. You strip it, then you put one of those on there. Yeah, I got some scaffolding. We're going to build up. Is that how high I want it? Yeah, that's how high I want it. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna put a lantern on there. I got any lanterns on me? Let's see. Ooh, I thought I did. Let me go grab some real quick. There we go. I am a little bit crazy. I actually did have some in my ender chest. I just wasn't looking in the right spot. But now we can slap that on there. And I'm not sure if I want to put some trapdoors on the top, but for now, that looks so much better in my opinion. And once we have a few of them, another one's gonna go right here, hop up here, do that. Is that the right height? I know I need to go up one more. Also, I need to place that. Get my scaffolding. This is gonna be kind of annoying to do, but it's worth it. It shouldn't take me too long. Yeah, look at that. A little bit more detail. I just want to make this place look a little bit better. Maybe I'll also add a few more of these. They're supposed to be scarecrows. There's some that aren't really in the new additions to the wheat field. And I also expanded back this way quite a while ago, but never ended up adding some scarecrows. So I think I'm going to do that, and then we'll be right back. Cool. And now that we got these all in place, we're just going to place a few of these around like this. I won't do it all on camera. I just want to show y'all what I'm doing. And I went ahead and, oops, scared I'm going to trample some crops. I went ahead and mined a ton of hay over here just so I could add a few more of these. Maybe I'll make this bush a little bit bigger too. Bush, pile, whatever it is. Yeah, that's fine. I probably need to get more. I want to make these big piles even bigger. And then I might also add one over here somewhere. And one over here somewhere. I just, this area is so, like, plain. Other than, you know, the wheat and the few things I got here. I'm trying to really liven it up. So, let's do this. It's kind of annoying. You have to break the crops to actually place the things. And I should probably, you know, break what's in the middle to conserve, but I'm lazy. I'm super lazy. Here we go. Place a few more. I'm terrible at this. Such a simple task. And that's all I'll do on camera. I want to show y'all this over here real quick though. I think right here would be a pretty good place to build like a horse stable or a barn or something. I might mine down this little hill. It's kind of ugly anyways, and wheat fields are supposed to be flat. And then we're gonna trample this. I'm not gonna do it in this episode, but I think it'd be cool to have like a barn or a horse stable or something. I have one over in the village, but this bamboo line kind of hides this old village because it's ugly, and I've gotten a lot better at building. This was like where I started, very first started, and if no one's ever seen, this was my original base. Just a mountain. I lived up there. Another portal and stuff. Oops. I had some caves over there. Here, let's fix that. I'm always breaking stuff. But I'll show you the barn real quick. It's alright looking, but I know I could do a lot better nowadays. Yeah, I trade with these guys quite a bit too. I don't even ever use my villager trading hall. I got a ton of masons over here. Got some cows and stuff. My llama. And this design was kind of like halfway copied from someone else. So I think it'd be cool to actually come up with my own design. We'll do that in a later day. But anyways, I just wanted to say that this is probably all I'm going to do for today's episode. And I'm about to get ready to work on the next episode, which is going to be really awesome. I designed a house that I'm really in love with. And we're going to be putting it right here. And then also I'm going to probably just go ahead and dig these up and place them on here and let them oxidize on their own. Then once it gets to the stage I want it at, I'll go ahead and wax it. I'm trying to get to the, what is it? The second to last stage. It's like a turquoise greenish, and it looks really good when we have the prismarine. We're going to go with the prismarine, but I want the copper to kind of outline what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, that's all going to be next episode. We're going to add a little window here and stuff. Probably do that right now, actually. Just punch that. We're going to put a trapdoor right there. I think it'll look pretty good. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked so much. Thank y'all for watching, and if you like this episode, just make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.